And up next, we're going to focus on the top 2 American prospects, Brady Tkachuk and Quinn Hughes. The NHL draft is part of family affair and a roommate reunion.
You should see our basement. It was really bad. It started off as brown and it's pretty much black now from pucks.
A bunch of windows. But eventually later on, we got plexiglass for our windows because our driveway was facing like our living room, so no more broken windows for my mom and dad had to pay for.
From broken windows and basement battles to battling out in the NHL ice, Brady will be the 3rd member of his family to be drafted in the first round. His former teammate, the U.S. Under-18 team, Quinn Hughes, could be the first of 3 members of his family to wear an NHL jersey. Now at the Draft Combine, we caught up with the 2 future stars who are best friends and were one-time roommates.
So we lived in an apartment complex. So you go through the door, you go downstairs. That's Quinn's room. He has his own bathroom, and we explained it. And then you got the garage, and then you go like up 2 flights. Wake up, all right? Like, grow up.
Sorry.
Grow up.
I'm down.
Grow up. Consider him a brother now, and now we know each other's flaws too. And I try to pick at the flaws and try to get him going too. And he got fiery at times, which I kind of love. You have to say anything about that, or no? I went Tyler tomorrow. Oh, it's 5-1 right now.
I try to win at everything I do.
Oh, good save, Goldberg.
I wouldn't really want to play against Keith. He'd probably kill me.
BU in the scarlet red sweaters, Michigan in the white.
Well, it began, I
think someone scored. I forgot who it is.
Yeah,
I think that's how it began.
Hughes pulls the trigger. Score!
I think it was a fluke goal or something, but it's all right. I told him that day we're not talking. It's friends off the ice and competitors on the ice. So I think later that game, like, it kind of ran you, right? I remember Quinn slashing me. So I went up behind him, I gave him a little credit card and told him, don't do that again or, it's going to get pretty physical here. So
what's a credit card, Brady?
Oh, just a little stick between the legs. I'm not afraid to say that. I didn't get a penalty, didn't get suspended. So, no, I just want to let him know that. Didn't appreciate it, and if he wants to keep doing it, I can play dirty too.
It's all good. It doesn't affect me. My mental toughness is greater than that. So
yeah.
I think that was just me being in your head. Me being in your head. So
okay, yeah.
I think you were just pretty rattled. So
I
don't even know if it was me who slashed you, but
it's all right.
It's all good.
We're moving on.
I think we can if you want.
1st at 10 is the game. Here we go.
We spent a lot of time together the last couple of years.
Been a couple fights, and I think that's what makes brothers is going through the good times and bad times together. We're definitely best friends and brothers.
Odd couple, but best friends. When they played together, what'd you learn about them individually?
Well, it's not just individually, but together they battered teams. So you talk about broken windows and whatnot. They were able to beat up teams because, when you got a defenseman that's so gifted and understands how to get himself open, and then a forward like Brady who understands what's happening all around him and can quickly adjust, it's unbelievable. I think they planned this out in the basement, no question about it. Hey, you get open, I'll put the puck on your stick. Based on that last interview, if Hughes didn't put it on his stick, I think Brady would have given it to him pretty good. But these are 2 excellent players. They're thinkers, they're competitors. And when you consider them moving forward into the NHL, they're going to do exactly what you saw in that tape with their teammates.
Well, let's take it there. Moving forward into the NHL, we talked about Rasmus Dahlin and the idea that he could be an instant impact guy. How long is it going to take these 2?
I don't think it'll take Brady Tkachuk as much as it'll take a little bit longer maybe for Quinn Hughes. But here's the biggest thing about Quinn Hughes, and this is what I like. Dmitry Orlov and Nate Schmidt both made a huge impact for their respective teams. Orlov on a Stanley Cup winning team, Nate Schmidt helping bring Vegas to the Stanley Cup final. Both of them under 6 feet tall. 10 years ago, I'm not sure Quinn Hughes is a first-round pick. But this has completely changed. You need a puck transporter. You need undersized guys who can move the puck and also establish offense. And that's one of, I think, the big things going forward. And that's why I think Quinn Hughes is in a top 10 pick.
These guys are not just great young American hockey players. These are great young American hockey families. Because obviously Matthew Tkachuk has made an instant impact for the Calgary Flames in the National Hockey League. And Brady, whenever he gets there, will do the same thing. You've got Quinn Hughes and his brother Jack, who right now is a potential #1 overall pick in next year's draft, and another younger brother, Luke, who could come along too. So these are not just players you're going to hear about. but great American families of hockey.
And just to quickly add to that, at the World Championships that Quinn played in, he impressed a lot of NHL players that were playing alongside him,
he also
including Patrick Kane.
And his coach was Jeff Blashill, who worked for the Detroit Red Wings.
Sure, and Brady Tkachuk talking about the credit card maneuver. We'll see if he brings that to the NHL. But you mentioned the Tkachuks and the family there. Well, tail of the tape, you look at their size when they entered the NHL, when they were drafted. Keith, 6'2", 212. He bulked up to 235 playing weight. Matthew, a very solid 6'2", 202. But Brady, 6'3". He could definitely stand to put on a little bit of weight at 192. Now, 2 years ago, the Flames selected Matthew Tkachuk 6th overall. He's with Darren.
All right, Liam, thanks very much. Obviously, Matthew, let's revisit the relationship between Brady and Quinn, the Tkachuk family, the Hughes family. I mean, these two families have been very close over the years.
Yeah, Brady and Quinn lived together with our parents separating. Every 2 weeks a month they'd split it up, and got to know them very, very well. I was playing in London when they were there, so I got to sneak down every once in a while. Quinn's an awesome kid. Family's a great family, and we're really good family friends with them.
Well, we think we know what to expect from Brady Tkachuk in the National Hockey League. What does the big brother think?
I mean, I expect him to play sooner rather than later. It's all up to what he wants. I think the teams that are going to pick him, they're going to pick him high. They need a guy like him right away. It's going to be up to him whether he wants to go back to college or play. Great player, future NHL captain. It's a real treat to watch as a brother. As a fan, their team going to love him.
Well, assuming that Matthew and Brady don't at some point end up on the same team, I, for one, am looking forward to the sibling rivalry. Catherine?
All right, Darren, thanks. I'm joined now by Quinn's mom, Ellen Hughes. And Ellen, the oldest of your three sons is going to get drafted tonight. What does this moment mean to you and your family?
Well, it's somewhat surreal. It's amazing that it's actually here. And I'm just really, truly excited for all these kids that are here today. And we know so many of them, and it's just such an amazing experience. And for me personally, I grew up in Dallas. I played my youth hockey here. So it's extra special to think that I left here as an 18-year-old to go play hockey at the University of New Hampshire and play soccer there. And now I'm back some 32 years later with my 18-year-old son who's going to be drafted here in Dallas, of all places.
Well, speaking of your hockey pedigree, you mentioned you played at UNH. You won a silver medal with Team USA at the Women's World Championship. You're also responsible for teaching your son, Quinn, how to skate. So what's your earliest memory of him?
Well, I think, having a husband that was in the game and around the game, we both had so much passion for it. So, even as a 2-year-old, I can remember him trying to put skates on. He'd watch his dad coach, and he just loved the game. So I can't believe that, 16 years later, here we are, and it's pretty amazing. I'm just so proud of him, and I'm so happy that he's so passionate about the greatest game out there.
Well, thank you so much, Ellen, for joining us. Good luck tonight.
Thanks a lot.
Liam?
Catherine, thanks. A proud mom. Ellen might be the best athlete in the family. She told you why there. Her son, Quinn, be drafted tonight. Another son, Jack, as Pierre mentioned, could very well be the #1 overall pick in next year's draft. Some of his skills on display here. The youngest brother, Luke, by the way, as Pierre mentioned, also 14 years old, already a major prospect. But tonight belongs to Quinn Hughes, and he could be part of a very big first round for American players. In all, 8 U.S.-born players could be taken in round 1.